After the death of King Jaehaerys Targaryen in 103 AC, his grandson and heir Viserys I suffered a terrible tragedy when in 105 AC he lost his wife during childbirth and newborn son the next day. Devastated, Viserys broke tradition and established precedent to name his sole surviving child, Rhaenyra, heir to the Iron Throne. Yet this decision was undermined when the king married young Alicent Hightower in 106 AC, who over the next few years birthed 4 children, including 3 boys many would have preferred as successors. Though Viserys reaffirmed Rhaenyra's place as heir, a rivalry grew between the Blacks for the Targaryen princess and Greens for the Hightower queen, seeking to make her eldest son Aegon the next king. When Viserys died in 129 AC, the Greens usurped the Iron Throne, declaring Aegon king of Westeros, while on Dragonstone, the Blacks crowned Rhaenyra, beginning the Dance of the Dragon civil war. Throughout the war, Queen Rhaenyra formed alliances with the Northern Vale, but found the Riverlands divided, with the Black allied House Blackwood defeating the Green allied House Bracken in the Battle of the Burning Mill. To further help secure the territory, Daemon Targaryen, the husband of Rhaenyra, and his dragon Caraxes raised an army from the houses Derry, Frey, Piper, and Root to capture House Bracken's home of Stonehenge, where they held Lord Humphrey Bracken and his family captive, forcing the remnants of their retreating army to surrender. Meanwhile, the Greens under the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard and Hand of the King Sir Criston Cole conquered much of the Crown Lands, before marching north with an army of 4,000 warriors alongside Prince Regent Aemon Targaryen and his dragon Vhagar to face the Blacks of the Riverlands at the fortress of Harrenhal. At the same time, the Greens sent the host of their ally Lord Jason Lannister from the Westerlands to crush the enemy between them. Yet their plan failed as the Rivermen launched multiple attacks that eventually destroyed the Lannister host at the Battle by the Lakeshore, also called the Fish Feed, while Cole's army defeated the forces of Sir Oswald Woade, Lord Derry, and Lord Root in 130 AC, only to find Harrenhal deserted, learning Daemon flew south to help Rhaenyra take King's Landing. Outmaneuvered by the enemy, Criston Cole believed they must retreat south to join the host of Ormond Hightower, the last active army loyal to the Greens, who were reinforced by the youngest brother of Aegon, Prince Daeron Targaryen, and his dragon Tessarion, both of whom had proved formidable warriors during their campaign to conquer the Reach. However, Aemond One-Eye disagreed, wanting to rampage across the Riverlands to lure Daemon Targaryen into a confrontation, and so the two men parted ways, with Aemond mounting Vhagar to unleash his campaign of fire, while Cole left Harrenhal and marched south with his remaining 3,600 men, discovering that the Rivermen burned every field and village in their path, fouled every water source, and engaged in psychological warfare by placing armored corpses in a grotesque mockery of a feast. 4 days after leaving Harrenhal, the attacks began, with archers hidden in the trees, and raiding parties taking out the Green Army's rear guard, causing Cole's soldiers to start abandoning their posts or fleeing to the enemy. Already beaten down and greatly demoralized, the Greens walked into a trap devised by the Myrish sellsword Black Trombo when they rode past another feast of corpses at the Crossed Elms, only to learn the bodies were enemy soldiers in disguise, which then sprang forth and killed a dozen Greens before anyone knew what happened. After whittling down Cole's forces, the River Lords appeared atop a stony ridge with a host of 300 knights, 300 longbowmen, 300 archers, 3,000 spearmen, and hundreds of winter wolves from the north. Upon seeing the enemy, a squire asked, "Who are they?" To which Sir Criston replied, "Our death." Outnumbered at least 2 to 1, Cole sought terms from Sir Garibaldi Grey, Sir Pate of Longleaf, and the northern commander, Lord Roderick Dustin, also called Roddy the Ruin, offering to strike his banners in exchange for their lives. But Sir Garibaldi responded it wasn't possible, as he planned to build a sept from traitors' bones that did not yet have enough. Cole tried to argue a battle would leave dead on both sides, to which Roddy the Ruin replied, "That's why we come. Winter's here. Time for us to go. No better way to die than sword in hand." Cole made one final offer to personally fight all 3 men at once, to which Pate replied, "I'll want 3 more," before signaling Red Rob Rivers and his archers, who shot Cole's belly, neck, and chest. Speaking to a corpse, Longleaf declared, "I'll have no songs about how brave you died, Kingmaker. There's tens o' thousands dead on your account." And true to their word, what followed was the most one-sided battle in the entire war, with the Winter Wolves and Rivermen slaughtering the enemy as they fled in terror. Victorious, Sir Garibaldi said, "Today was butchery, not battle," leading the Jester Mushroom to declare it the Butcher's Ball. After the death of Criston Cole, the Blacks cut off his head and mounted it on a spear, which Sir Garibaldi Grey and Sir Pate of Longleaf took into battle when they marched south to face the Hightower host in the First Battle of Tumbleton. A special thanks to all those who contribute to Civilization X, like Warden of the X, Spectral Knight, Lord Commander of the Eternal Legion, Sir Loin, Werebear of the Great North, Sir Elendil of Numenor, and Javenia Targaryen. If you'd like to help the channel, be sure to give a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the links below, or else go to patreon.com/CivilizationX, where you can gain early access to videos and watch the Patreon-only series, Heroes of Lore and Legend.